Is everybody just about ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Austin. Fuck you. Fuck you very, very much. Because I hate
You've been holding on to that.
5, 4,
Fucking
3,
piece of shit.
2, 1.
Well, all right, you drunk motherfuckers. Welcome to the goddamn Sunday Night Scuffle. Get your fucking alcohol out and drink up. Yeah, this is the Sunday Night Scuffle, guys. Welcome on in. I'm LazyBed. Joining me today are the usual suspects, DangerMouse and No Special. I'm not drinking, but maybe they both are. They could be. I don't know. So it's all up in the air. Nobody's for sure.
So
Yeah,
shit.
So yeah, this is the show where we ask a couple questions and we see what the fuck we got to say on those matters. And this is going to be a short one because we got a place to be in 20 minutes. So who wants to go first? Who's got the first question?
I can go first if you like. And yes, I am drinking. I just forgot myself a gin and tonic. Very summery drink. Yeah, I guess mainly it was myself and Lazy were talking about it briefly. The amount of body shots that we get for finishers in the UFC, and we're wondering why you don't see more of them. So yeah, I guess that's kind of it. Obviously, one of my favorite fighters, Dakota Disheva, she's the mistress of the liver shots and kidney shots. She loves working the body. I can't actually think of another fighter who works the body more than she does in her fights. So yeah, I guess that's it. What do you think of it? Why don't we see more body shots getting finishers? I kind of know the answer, but let's hear what you guys want to talk about on it.
Austin, you go ahead and take the first crack.
I will say just this quickly one. I'll give you this figure here. The percentage of total finishers, body shot finishers, account for roughly 0.5 to 1% of all UFC finishers.
Oh wow. Okay. I thought it was less, but I didn't think it was that low.
Yeah, approximately 29 fights in UFC history have been recorded as ending due to strikes specifically targeting the body.
Okay, so I think is a little bit of a deceiving stat, mainly because I think where it's like the fight gets called at the drop of a body shot, correct? Meaning that's the final shot, right?
Yeah, quite possibly.
That's what I'm thinking, because I'm thinking of a handful of fights where it's like the guy gets hit in the body or the gal gets hit in the body and they crumble, but the follow-up shots is what gets called, meaning like shots to the body don't get the major finish credit, but they get like the lead in to the finish, right? I think there's a lot more of that, where if we were to look at through all the fights where the finishes occur, there would be a higher statistic of possibly body shots that lead to a finish rather than just body shot finishes. So I don't know, maybe that's just me overthinking it, but the thing I would think of is it's MMA. You're not getting the most complicit body hunting finishers out there. You're gonna find a handful of people, especially good boxers, and some kickboxers that are out there that can throw a good liver kick or a punch to the liver or to the kidneys. It doesn't happen very often because that's not like the one thing people think of, because a lot of people headhunt in the sport. Oh, I want to get the knockout. But you can get a knockout because you punch somebody hard enough into the body, or you hit somebody hard enough in the body and they go down. And that's even more impressive to me, because that means that you went out of your way to develop a game where your body strikes are incorporated regularly in your combinations. And that's hard to do, is because you can also leave yourself open. It's MMA. So you have more than one weapon coming back at you. So I think that's part of it too. Most offensive games don't incorporate it because it leaves you open, and B, it's hard to do, especially if you're not very good at it. So I would say that's probably the case.
Yeah, I think you're pretty much mostly on the money there. There was a knockout last year that obviously everybody looks to see what's going to be the KO of the year. Last year, no argument, it was Max flattening Gaethje, obviously. But there was a fight in the top 10. A lot of people picked it, and that was a body shot KO, and that probably was my favorite KO of the year. But yeah, I think you're right that fighters get knocked down, dropped by the body shot, and then they pile in, and it gets recorded as punches. But anything to add, Lazy? Anything you want to throw in on this one?
Yeah, I think that Austin pretty much summed it all up there, but I would say that I think the reason you don't see more of it, or at least more targeted attacks like to the body, at least in the boxing aspect of MMA, is because you leave yourself susceptible, especially to head strikes when you yourself go for the body, because you got to kind of lean down there to fucking get them in and really dig them into where they need to go. So your heads are kind of right at that perfect line and open and exposed to, get cracked itself. So you do see some guys, like Ilya Taporia is a really good example. I don't know if either of you brought him up yet, but he digs the body a lot in modern MMAs, but he's kind of one of the only guys that's unlocked it. Dakota's sort of the go-to reference with the body shots. So I think that it's a very useful tool, and if guys could find a way to utilize it more, it would find a lot of effect. But I think that it's just kind of beyond the skill set of a lot of guys, and then it's also it exposes you to certain things. Maybe some people avoid it, but when done right, man, it's a fight ender. It's a complete game changer. Anyone who's been hitting the liver knows that.
It's quite funny because we're coming in saying this doesn't happen very often, and there were 2 finishes by kicks to body last night. Fletcher got dropped with the perfect toe poke to the liver, and then oh god, what's the other guy's name? I forget.
Klein.
Yeah, Klein's the guy who was dropped, wasn't he? He got dropped with a beautiful body kick. The slap on that was fantastic. The kind of thing you want to hear in the Apex. But yeah, definitely. When you're, especially if you're targeting your opponent's liver, you're dropping your right hand to hit it, and that's leaving your chin wide open, I guess, to their left hook, which, as we all know, is a lot of people's favorite shot. Right hook, so I'm not. Yeah, whatever. You're leaving your chin wide open anyway, in some way or another when you go for the body, and that's I think why you don't. Again, boxers, they work. They'll work head to get you to bring your hands up. Then they'll work the body. Then you work the body to bring your hands back down. Then you start hitting the head. And I guess maybe you don't see quite in fights. You don't see as much of that because, as Austin said, you've got so many different weapons. There's kicks, there's grappling, there's all the other shit that goes off in an MMA fight. But yeah, would like to see more of it. Is all I can really say. So yeah, stop taking some risk fighters. Get those fancy liver shots. You will not be upset because guys do not get up from liver shots when you hit it right.
Yeah.
It's not like a knockout where your head hits the floor and you come back round again and you're ready to go. No, you're laying on the floor going, "Oh fuck!" So no. Yeah, see some.
Yeah, and like you said too, like work them into combos. You know what I mean? Like if you start working the head, and like you get the hands moving of your opponent, get the guard moving a little bit, and pepper some shots up top, swing one around to the body. There's ways to do it to where you can get it done and not leave yourself too open. But everything's a risk in an MMA fight or any fight in general. So it's a battle. It's a what do you want to call it? Chess match. But yeah, I think we lost Austin, so I'm trying to stall here.
I noticed his comment saying "fuck" in the chat, but other than that, I hadn't seen him. He got kicked apparently. No, he's back. He's back. I can see him.
Oh, he is back.
My bad. I don't know what happened. Apparently, I dropped my phone and it decided to disconnect me.
Just don't leave again, or Dave will be pissed.
There you go. Okay, understood.
Dave won't care. Dave won't care. I have to edit this shit. So.
Well, that's true. Well, anyways, so I think that about wraps up that question there. Austin, do you got a question for us? We got 10, 13 minutes left.
Okay, just real quick. When it comes to the fight bonuses, this is a question that has come up a few times here. Do you think the arbitrary system is enough for us to basically look at it and think, okay, I think last night was the first time they've ever rewarded, I don't know, I don't know if it's the case, but like 2 fight of the night bonuses for both the lightweight fights, if I'm correct. Do you appreciate more the fight of the nights, or would you prefer something different? Meaning the way that they run the fight bonuses, is there a better way we could do this, or is there like you're looking at the system and it's like, it is what it is, but it's not completely terrible?
What would you propose for the alternative?
The only thing I can think of is a finish bonus, but that doesn't seem fair when you have fight of the nights like the ones that we saw last night.
Yeah, I mean, if we could think of some other way to make it worth their while, I guess there could be an alternative to it. But I think as it stands, like it's just kind of the standard because I mean, how else do you divvy it up? You know what I mean? Like, you kind of pointed it out there. Like, you can have a submission of the night like they used to, and a knockout of the night, or just a performance bonus. But you still have these scenarios where you have these guys that are in these fight of the nights, and nobody gets finished, but it's a war for the ages, and it's kind of hard how you could have like a universal blanket reward system when you have these kind of gray situations like these fight of the night scenarios. So maybe I don't know if I'm really understanding the question, honestly.
No, because it's just a matter of, do you think that the system we have works for what we need it to do, or do you think it can be like we would just, hey, this is just finishes, it's only finishes? Do you have like an alternative of which, hey, when we look at these fight night events and it's like at the apex, these guys don't really have much that they're fighting for except an arbitrary bonus sometimes, so
Yeah.
is it better that we have a different system in which you can say what the system is, or is the system that we have working? That's what I mean.
They're fighting for a win bonus also.
Yeah.
That's true. But
Yeah,
the
generally,
performance bonuses is the thing that they're also looking to get.
Yeah, I would quite like to see just a flat finish rate for fighters in certain respects. You've beaten your guy, you've knocked him out, you've submitted him, whatever. Here's an extra 10, 20 grand, whatever, on top of it. The fighter, these big performance bonuses or fight of the nights, when they go to the guys in the main event, which I don't object to them, obviously if it's an amazing fight, they should get something for it. But at the same time, a lot of the time, these guys on the undercard who are fighting for 10 and 10 or 12 and 12, and they should be getting a bonus. I think they deserve a bonus more than the guys up at the top who are getting at least decent money, relatively decent money by standards. But it's difficult to get. The only way I could see it doing is a guaranteed finish bonus. And then if there is an exceptional fight, even if it doesn't end up in a finish like we had a couple last night, then they get a bonus on top as well. But I don't think Uncle Dana is going to be that generous, to be quite honest.
I know. Wishful thinking.
It kind of works, but at the same time, it doesn't.
It's almost like, should you reward fighters more for finishing their opponent, even though their opponent may be, a fucking plus 500 or plus 1,500 underdog, but they got the finish? Or should you reward fighters who went to a decision, but they met their match and kind of went up against equal opponent that it was worthy of their time and their effort? So it's like, because I was thinking you could kind of like to even it out, so Dana or a promoter would be willing to do it, instead of giving a $50,000 performance bonus and $50,000 fight of the night, you could give smaller, like say $25,000 performance bonuses for all submissions and stoppages, and then give the fight of the night $50K. But then I think it would kind of like, does that discourage finishing your fight? Like, I don't know. It's sort of weird.
No, because that's a good point. Because if it's written into the contract, like Dave said, where their win bonus is what is already up for grabs in their contracts when they fight, right? Because that's not a guaranteed. You're getting a flat rate and then whatever the win bonus agreement is, right? If it's written into the contracts where there's an additional fee or an additional bonus for winning a fight, and then a finish bonus in that contract, that's like you said, 25,000, right? That should be enough to incentivize fighters to, at least on the UFC's point of view, like they're not spending that much more, and it's not a guarantee that they do that, right? Because then they can have the arbitrary $50,000 bonus for, fight of the night, whatever, and then they might not have to spend more money because half their fighters are still coming in with decision wins. So I think that's a good way to put it, because then it's like, okay, well, did you like? You could probably say something like, injury finishes don't count, or no contest don't count, whatever, right? But anything that comes with like you finished your opponent and it was waved off, right? You know, that I think that would make sense.
Yeah,
I think Dana's said in the past that when he offered like 100 grand bonuses when he doubled them up, we didn't get any significant raise in the number of finishers, and so
that was bullshit, though. Come on.
Yeah, that sounds like a cop out. Yeah, that sounds like a total cop out. Well, you didn't do what I thought you were gonna do, so joke's on you.
I don't know how much extra effort people put in to get these finishes on those nights. Like I said, the unfortunate thing is if you're on the undercard and you get a fantastic finish, and then someone on the main card gets a very decent finish, the guy on the main card is probably going to get the bonus, not you.
Yeah, that's what guarantee would be good.
Yeah. That way it's not arbitrary.
Yeah, if you knew any given night you went out there and you gave your all and got a finish, no matter who your opponent was, you got 100K. You know, you're gonna fucking go out there and try to kill everyone, like
especially the lower level fighters. Certainly.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking blow your wad fucking 2 minutes into the round. Like, I'm gonna smash this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what Dana wants, really. He wants power slap MMA fights. So
power slap, Jesus Christ.
That's what Dana would prefer. Dana would prefer MMA where nobody had any defense whatsoever, where you just fight with your hands down.
I am surprised that there isn't a lawsuit for power slap yet.
Has to be coming. They all sign waivers to stand there and get slapped. So.
Oh God, Alan Joban had a tweet recently that was just appalling on the matter of power slap. I'm not even going to get into it, but he defended power slap and said that it was more or less their choice, and nobody should be offended or appalled by the sport. He called it a sport. We shouldn't be so hard on it because it's their choice and it's their livelihood. Shut the fuck up, Alan Joban. Shut the fuck up.
It's a company man saying the company man thing for the company.
Yeah, somebody retweeted and actually said like it's part of your contractual obligations when you sign an MMA like desk role for the UFC. Like if you have any sort of a desk job, is they can tell you to tweet things and you can't say no. So who's to say if he even wanted to tweet that, really? But either way, fuck you, Alan Joe, man, you piece of fucking sellout motherfucker. Anyway, that's a good note to end this show on. Fuck Alan Joban. Fuck Alan Joban from Just Bleed Radio. But you know what? Don't fuck, or actually do fuck. Go fuck the like button. Give the like button a good stuffing. Slap that like button. Dick it down. And also ring that bell. Ding dong the bell like Conor McGregor. And we're gonna get. I'm just rambling and I'm under the influence. So. This is Just Bleed Radio, Sunday Night Scuffle. They're DangerMouse and No Special. I'm LazyBed. I almost forgot my own name there. And
fuck. We did it. Yeah.
Have you been imbibing the THC this afternoon by any chance, Lazy?
I have. And certain pharmaceutical stuff are legally given.
Oh yeah, still on those. Yeah. That might explain a lot of stuff.
Holy shit. This is fucking foot takedown of Alan Joban at the end.
He had it coming.
I know, but it was out of the fucking like, oh my god, I didn't know who we were going to fucking take it into this today. God damn.
He's fucking rich, he's handsome, he's got it all. Fuck you, Alan Joban. Suck a dick.
Oh my god. He said, you know what you reminded me of? Oh my god, I can't say it now, but I'll fucking tell you after. Jesus Christ. It's so out of the blue, it was fucking hilarious. Oh my god. Dave.
Just Bleed Radio. Every divorced dad's favorite podcast. And every single mom's worst nightmare.